welcome to opticstrade debates. My name is Dylan.
My name is Theodore. Hello.
Hello. Today we're discussing some of the questions we get in regards to the Aimpoint 9000L model, or actually in general to the 9000 series.
Yeah, we have an SC also here, the shorter model, just to show the difference. The only difference is in length, but also in click values, which is really funny.
Yeah. Maybe you already started the topic, so maybe you can explain to us why is it funny, and in the process you're going to explain the click values as well.
Okay, so in 9000 series you have three models: 9000 SC, 9000 SC night vision. That means it's compatible with night vision. The lowest intensity levels of the red dot are really small. You're able to use them with your night vision goggles. And 9000L, so the long version, which is not available as a night vision compatible. It's only for daytime use. And you probably know that all the series of aimpoints have different click values. And it's quite confusing and really uncommon click values, like 13 millimeters on 100 meters, 17 millimeters on 100 meters, 16 millimeters on 100 meters. And to make things even more confusing, in 9000 series, the 9000 short model and the 9000 long model have different click values. And this is like just
That's unique, right?
Yeah, to make things a little bit more complicated. So the 9000L series, which we are talking now about them here, have a click value of 13 millimeters. So a really unusual, uncommon click value and a number. So
while we're at it, there's a question that might occur to some that might seem funny to someone else, but we think it's a fair question. What even is click value? Can you explain it in layman's terms?
Yeah, so the click value is that when you apply one click to the red dot, how much does the bullet impact moves on a target? So all of these aimpoints have a counterclockwise turrets. That means when you go counterclockwise, you go up. So one click value on this red dot will move the bullet impact for 13 millimeters. On an SC, it will move for 16 millimeters. So it's a different. And this is basically the meaning of a click value. That means how much will one click move the bullet impact. And let's say if you apply 10 clicks, then the bullet impact will move for 13 centimeters on 100 meters.
Right.
Yeah.
So obviously Aimpoint realizes this is kind of a complicated system to have.
Exactly.
So they came up with a system to kind of simplify it. And they came up with these targets that they offer on their websites, and we offer it on our website as well.
Yeah.
So maybe you can download that to help yourself. And can you explain to us how do you zero a red dot sight from Aimpoint?
So basically what you do is that on all of these targets you see like small squares, and these squares are matched with click values. So one of this square on this 9000L target, that means 6.5 millimeters, is one click on 50 meters. So basically you put a target on 50 meters or on 25 meters, that means that two clicks are one square, or on 100 meters where two squares are one click. And then you shoot on a target and you count the clicks, count the squares, and see out of it how many clicks you need to apply. And this is I would say the preferred way how to zero the Aimpoint red dot sights. This was their first solution to this, I would say, many click values they offer on their different devices. It is true also that lately with their newest devices, so with Acro, with Hunter, with Comp M5, they did unify the click values. So on Comp M5 you have 1 centimeter click on 100 meters, and on the Acro 2 series and on Hunter series you have 2 centimeters per click on 100 meters. So it's a little bit easier. They do provide targets for them as well, but on 9000 series like here, where you have 6.5 millimeter click on 50 meters, it's the easiest way is to use the zeroing target, count the squares, and then apply the appropriate amount of clicks.
Yeah. And since Aimpoint screams quality, it's sort of, it could be like a good question, why did Aimpoint decide to do that? And probably the easiest answer is that they didn't decide it, and you have a theory why it is like that.
Yeah, I have a theory, but I could be wrong. It's just my wild guess. I would say that they were really focused on building the most reliable and the most robust red dot sight, because there is no recoil too harsh for these red dots, and no cold is too cold, no heat is too warm, too hot for these red dot sights. They're really built like a tank. And so I would say that the click value was one of their least concerns. So they built the dot, they went on a shooting range, and then they saw that they have a click value of 6.5 millimeters or 13 millimeters on 100 meters, and then they just decided to go with it.
Yeah, print the target. And
print the target, and that's it, yeah. It is also true that you probably zero the red dot once, and then you just leave it where it is, honestly speaking. It's also, this is not a long-range precise optics. This is close-range rapid engagement optics. So those micromillimeter adjustments are not really that important, honestly speaking. Majority of these dots get zeroed at 50 meters. So the actual click value doesn't matter that much.
Yeah. Before we move on, maybe just a little bit about the tools that you need to zero it.
Yeah, so the 9000 series, you can use the standard tool from Aimpoint. You can also buy it as a spare part. So with this tool, you just unscrew the caps, which are attached to the turrets, and then you just put the tool inside, and you're able to do you apply the clicks with it. You can also do it with your nail. It's not the perfect way, but it goes. And I would say preferred way for majority of user is with coins. So here in Eurozone, you're able to use the coins all the way up to 10 cents. So 2 cents, 5 cents, 1 cent, and 10 cents. Those fit also for the unscrewing the cap. And all the coins which are bigger than that, like 50 cents or 20 cents or €1, €2, they don't fit. They're too big. It is true that these dots are made in Sweden and they're not using euros. They still have their Swedish crowns. So maybe their coins work better, but with euros it's only up to 10 cents.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
What about the windage and elevation? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, the windage and elevation ranges are quite huge, I would say, but this is the reason because this dots are basically the same like the Comp M3 and Comp C3 in terms of size and weight and design and so on. Probably also they share some of the internals. So the elevation windage range is 4 meters by 4 meters, really a lot. 40 MRADs or 40 mils in elevation and windage, really a lot. Probably because of the professional use, because I don't see any hunter using that much of elevation range. It's also true that these dots are not made for long-range shooting, so you don't need such a huge elevation range and windage range that these dots have. There is some issue that can occur from this. We had usually these dots are bulletproof. It's almost impossible for them to fail. We are selling Aimpoints for 10 years and have really almost no warranty cases. But with such a huge elevation and windage range, it can happen that if you are going to zero the dot and you are starting at 100 meters, you will not find the bullet inside of a target. Let's say if you have a smaller target, especially if you have a target of this size, there will be no bullet impact in the target. So I would suggest to all of you start really close. Start at 10 meters, do a rough zeroing in 10 meters, then go to 25 meters and so onwards. Because the elevation and windage range is so big that even when you're gunsmithing and installing it and maybe apply some clicks, it can be off because it has so many clicks available.
Yeah. While we're on the issues of these devices, so I can attest that when I was on the Aimpoint training, the instructor there showed us the quality of these devices by throwing them at the floor.
Yeah.
So they proved that they are quality and that they last. But there is some issue that is more of a user-based and that people often use tools or caps. So what to do then?
Yeah, usually it happens that the tool gets lost and the caps, even though these are attached to the red dot, people still lose them. So you can always buy spare parts. We have spare caps, we have spare tools and so on. But this is, I would say, one of the biggest issues with these red dots because nothing else fails usually. So if you lose your tool or your caps, just buy spare ones and you're good to go for next decade or more because these are really long-lasting products.
Yeah. Right, I think we covered pretty much everything. Would you like to add anything?
If we forgot something, if you have any issue, if you have any question, use the comments below, send us an email, call us, get in touch, and we will try our best to help you.
Yeah, thank you for watching and see you in the next one.
See you.